Samsung Galaxy A23, the 5000 mAh battery was pretty good, especially if I was only using it for light tasks like texting, social media and pause, with brightness level set to somewhere around 50%. It took me throughout the day with some battery left for the next day as well. But if you are a heavy user, then I guess you need to charge this device 2 times a day in that case. So on a certain day, I charged this device around 50%, and after I took it off charge, I turned on the data and set the brightness level to 100 and set the refresh rate to 90 Hz and also had hotspot enabled throughout. And this device was able to average around 6 hours of screen on time, which I think is good. At a point I got tired and I wasn't able to kill the battery, and I was left with 24% battery left. So I can say the battery life on this device is very impressive. It all depends on your usage. It may even stay longer than you expect it to. In terms of charging this device, you are getting a 15 watts fast charging brick inside the box. The A23 can be charged from dead to full in under 2 hours. So this phone also supports 25 watts fast charging as well. So if you have a 25 watts fast charger, you can also use this to charge your A23. This will give you more charging speed. With the current One UI running on the Samsung Galaxy A23, there's a new feature called Protect Battery. So this feature is there to extend the lifespan of your battery and then limit the maximum charge to 85% and prevent your battery from getting overcharged. So you can have this turned on your device if you want to protect your battery for a long period of time. So the A23 runs on Snapdragon 680 processor, and this processor will be able to handle any activity you throw at it, like watching movies, browsing the web, browsing through social media and other light tasks. At the same time, you can also play most of your games like PUBG in low graphics or medium graphic quality. It is paired with 4 gigs of RAM, and the one I have here comes with a 64 gig internal storage. And if 64 gig is not enough for you, then you can expand it using the external SD card as well. So during my use, I found out that when more apps are running in the background and you try to switch back to another app you already opened, it sometimes struggles to start from where you left off. Apart from that, everything else was working fine. So to be able to switch and enter apps faster, make sure you close some apps you are not using in the background. This will help a lot. But you can stop this from happening again using this feature. So out of the box, the Samsung Galaxy A23 runs on Android 12 One UI 4.1 with some new features like RAM+. This will allow you to add more RAM to your existing RAM. So if you have 4 gig of RAM, you can now add another additional 2 or 4 gig of virtual RAM to your existing RAM to improve performance in apps. For software updates, Samsung promises 3 years of major software updates plus 5 years of monthly security patches. You'll be able to enjoy this device for a longer period. Before we talk about the cameras on this device, kindly share this video to someone or to someone considering to purchase one of these devices. At the back of the Samsung Galaxy A23, you get a quad camera setup containing 50 megapixel main camera, 8 megapixel ultra wide, 5 megapixel macro and another 5 megapixel depth camera. So these are some images and videos captured with the main camera, ultra wide and macro lens on the A23. So when it comes to night mode, pictures from the A23 are decent and you have no complaints. This is how video looks like in HD at 30 frames per second. This is the video quality you get from this device. So this is how video looks like on the Samsung Galaxy A23 recording in full HD, I mean 1080p at 30 frames per second. Also, I have video stabilization turned on. This is how the footage looks like when I try to shake the phone. Now moving on to the display. The A23 display looks good in my opinion. I watched several YouTube videos and TikTok videos on this 1080p TFT LCD display and it was pretty good. It's good viewing angles as well. So the display on this device is not a bad display after all. You get to only notice the difference when you compare it to another device with an AMOLED display. So the black bars on the screen, also known as the bezels, might look big to some of you, but on a real there's nothing to worry here since this is a budget device. For outdoor usage, the screen can get bright enough, so there's no need to cover some part of the screen before you can see what's going on. So this display has a 90Hz adaptive refresh rate, which changes from time to time depending on the app you are using at the moment. You can also switch this back to 60Hz if you want to. You also get Gorilla Glass 5 protection, so there's no need to worry about any scratches on the screen. But the safest way is to get a screen protector. At the back of the A23, you get that glossy finish. It can get very slippery if you have moist in your palm. So to prevent this from happening, you need to find yourself a case. The design looks very nice and attractive, and I'm very sure if I show the back of this device to some people and show them this is the Samsung Galaxy A53 or A73, they might somehow believe me. On the right side is where you can find the volume keys with the fingerprint and power button. At the left is where you find a SIM card and SD card slot. On the top side is a single microphone, and at the down part you get the 3.5mm headphone jack with the USB Type-C port and another microphone. So these two things made me like the A23 more, which is the design you get at the back and the long lasting battery on this device. So I guess if you are using A22, there's no need for you to upgrade, but if you want to, you can go ahead with the A23 since you are getting a better performance Android 12 with more years of software update. Now you know the good and bad features of the Samsung Galaxy A23. What do you think about this device? Is it worth it? Kindly leave me a comment in the comment section. If you made it to the end, thank you for watching. Like this video if you found it helpful, and also subscribe, share with someone, and stay safe.